instead of just admitting that you were wrong, you choose to continue to go on and say, oh, it's all a soup anyway. You can make it however you want. It's whatever you decide. Now, granted, gumbo comes across because they were looking for stuff that would feed a family and using scraps, you know, and that's kind of how it originated. All this other stuff about, oh, put corn on the cob. No, we don't do that. Boil potatoes. No, if you making crawfish, boil you some crawfish and put you some boiled corn and some boiled potatoes. But that shit do not go in your gumbo. It just bothers me as a woman that's Creole when people get to adding all this shit in the gumbo. Look at Miss Deb. She had all that shit in it. That gumbo didn't look good. That stuff James posted, I was being nice. And I was like, you know what? It looks decent. Everybody I know that's from Louisiana, when I showed it to them, everybody was like, what is that? That don't look good. So I don't know. You know, it just, like I said, I'm not trying to knock anybody's business, but you can't go around, because there are people that really don't know how to make it. And I'm going to tell y'all what happened. When you sit there and make a statement, oh, I've had it in New Orleans and didn't like it. Gumbo ain't just for people in New Orleans, baby. Almost everybody down South Louisiana. Now, Southern Louisiana do cook different from North Louisiana, but everybody down South makes gumbo. It don't stir from just New Orleans, you know? And then you turn around and say, oh, I had it in Texas and it was better. What was the person from Louisiana? Because 9 times out of 10, people from Louisiana have migrated all over the goddamn U.S. But you also have people like out here that eat my food and they be like, oh my God, I tried to make what you made. Oh my God, I tried to do this. Or people be like, oh, I'm going to open up a thing and say I'm from Louisiana. It's going to sell money. That's not the same. And I'm sorry, the person in L.A., I don't know what they was making. They can't be from South Louisiana putting corn in fucking gumbo. Talking about what I was trying to be different. Yeah, that indeed you were doing. Don't say it's Louisiana gumbo. Just say it's something else. Call that shit soup, since y'all say soup and gumbo are the same. Call it something else, but don't offend us Creole women or women that ain't even Creole and say it was this, because it's not. Because baby, when you had some Louisiana gumbo, hey, it ain't the same. Okay, it's just not the same.
When you wake up and bitches is knocking at your door with a bowl of gumbo. Gumbo, gumbo! Oh, Louisiana Gumbo. They knocking at your door with gumbo. Look at that. Baby, I'm about to get my ooh, my first mistake was hold on. Ooh, and it's a little piece of corn on the cob up in there. Come on, cob. And then it's crab leg and ooh. Wait a minute. And then that bitch brought the gumbo down here warm. Who bringing warm gumbo to your house? Girl, you better shelter me from this storm and bring me this warm gumbo. Oh, look at that. Oh, the Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want. Hiya, bosa. Let me just say this really quick. Bitches be acting like they got a degree in gumbo when it comes to gumbo. First of all, gumbo is soup. I've had gumbo so many different ways. My grandmother is from Louisiana. My grandpa is from Louisiana. They made gumbo totally different from each other. So I really don't get it. I mean, people act like they're like the gumboologist or something. Like, people can put whatever they want to put in their gumbo. It's their house, their pot, their ingredient. They bought it. So don't nobody need nobody correcting nobody about what kind of gumbo. And then everybody, I want to say, I'm from New Orleans where we really make gumbo. Sweetie, I've had gumbo in New Orleans, and guess what? It wasn't my favorite. No shade to New Orleans, but it wasn't my favorite. I've had gumbo in Texas, and it was my favorite. No shade, okay? So people put in their pot what they want to, and people put in their gumbo what they want to. You know, gumbo, huh? Got that stuff on fire, yes it does. Bam! Gumbo. What you know about this? But they know about this. They don't know about this. Do all my stuff up in here. Got that crowfish. Got that shrimp. Get them clams and them mussels and the scallops and that chicken. Which I know about that. A little nice pot of rice. Yes, it's here. Of course. Yes. See how that gravy ain't even. See how that gravy nice? That roux is important, baby. Gotta do that roux right.
Nah, y'all saw that mess. I make this shit all the time. I'm from Louisiana, but I live in Texas. I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts and stuff on everything that was said and that I showed y'all. But right now we at Fiesta. I had to drive way on this side of town, right? This is about 28, 30 minutes from my house just to get my smoked meat and my blue crabs. And I'm praying they got some reshored sausage. So yeah, let's go get our smoked meat. Some milk for the house and some eggs. Some eggs for my gumbo and some eggs for the house. Robin. We're gonna teach them how to make gumbo today, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, because that shit y'all be seeing just because it's winter time, everybody posting all that shit. Y'all know y'all wrong. Y'all know y'all wrong. Chitlins and fucking gumbo. Fiesta, fiesta. What are you doing?
Texting.
Is that type of day? Here, say cheese. There you go.
I'm almost as tall as you.
Almost, but not.
Almost about to pass.
Y'all, I swear, that shit is so good. So good. So first thing you need, if you don't have it, get you a pot to make your roux in. You can put it on your broiler, you can put it on your stove. So like this one would be a good one if you're making a small pot for you and your family. It's just a 10-quart pot. This one runs about 26. I got me some gumbo pots, so I don't need all of that. You can get you see, all of the little stuff. Go ahead and get it. Find your life. Find your life. Because they tried it on Instagram. So I just found me some reshores. They have the andouille sausage. That is a must for gumbo. A must. I was trying to see if they had a case of reshores. Let me see. They got some smoked sausage, but it ain't reshores. When they say it don't matter, but yes it does. Yes it does, because that's where it was originated from. Now I'm getting these just for the house, unless I find a case. If I find me a case, then that whole case about to be in the house, baby. This is my favorite, my second sausage. So we're gonna get some of this, because Walmart done quit selling it. Yes, baby, yes. So I just put some smoked turkey necks in here, just 2 packs. Some of this, I'm telling y'all, some of this I'm leaving in my house just to have. But a lot of it's going in my gumbo. So now we got our meat, our smoked meat, should I say. Now we're gonna go over here to the frozen section, get some blue crabs. It's not like the fresh crabs at home, but it is blue crabs, and that's the only blue crabs you're gonna find out here, especially in Texas, especially in North Texas. We're looking for a bag of blue crabs. Not them kind of crabs. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Don't get that.
You see that? You see that? So I'm gonna go ahead and just get this, even though I would normally get my shrimp raw with the tail on, everything on, and clean it myself. Just for time purposes, I'm gonna go ahead and buy them already peeled in the vein and pay more damn money for it. I'm telling y'all, that's where they get y'all if y'all don't know. You know, you pay more. Now let me show you something. We don't put fucking snow crabs in our gumbo. This is not how you make gumbo. We use blue crabs. See, these say product of Mexico, but they come from the Gulf of Mexico, okay? And Louisiana sits in the Gulf of Mexico. We usually go crabbing. Me and my grandfather's deceased. My mom or my daddy, we go sit right there at the Civic Center, go crabbing, catch us some blue crabs, get your shrimps, clean them, come home, make your fucking gumbo. Now, since it's so late in the day, I'm not gonna use a fryer hen. I'm here at Walmart. I'm just gonna get some chicken parts. Probably just some legs and thighs, but typically you use your fryer hen and go ahead and brown it and stuff, then chop it up. But it's all the same. You're chopping it up anyway. So we in here, we about to get some more green onions because I'm out of that at the house. I got garlic at the house. I got yellow onion at the house, so I don't need that. Come on, baby. It was just cheaper for me to get eggs and milk from Walmart. So I'm here. Come and get me some eggs, some milk, some chicken parts, and what else I needed? Eggs, milk, chicken.
Eggs, milk, chicken.
Oh, green onions. Green onions, not greens. Alright, so I went to look, I didn't even see a fryer hen, and they didn't have any mixed ones, so I just picked up a pack of thighs, a pack of legs, some more green onions for the house, some extra large eggs, 2 gallons of milk. That's our groceries. You ready? So y'all can get to y'all movie. Y'all come home, y'all have gumbo.
Yay.
Alright, so y'all already saw. You're gonna need your sausage, your blue crabs, your chicken or your fryer hen, some smoked turkey necks. Make sure that all your meat is smoked. Make sure you get you some andouille sausage. Get your shrimp. Mine's over here. They're soaking. I start with my roux, which everybody will do. Make sure you chop up your green onion, your yellow onions, your garlic. All that is already chopped, set to the side. It's your holy trinity. I do my roux with flour and butter. So that takes about 25 minutes to do. So I'm gonna and you use equal parts of flour and oil, or equal parts of flour and butter, okay? And then I'm gonna put my chicken to brown. Now, there's 2 ways you can do your chicken. Of course, you wash it and everything first, season it. You can set it off to brown it just a little bit, and then put it into your roux once it's done. Or you can clean your chicken and everything and put your chicken into your roux raw and let it cook for a longer time point, okay? Usually I would do this in my pan that I'm gonna do my everything in, but I have equal parts of butter and flour, and I'm basically just gonna start to stir this up. You don't want to overcook your roux, but I'm gonna cook this until this flour is actually brown to my liking, and I like my roux to be pretty dark, so that's what I'm about to do. You want to do this over like a medium low heat. It takes about 25 minutes to do. Yes, and it smells so good in here. After you do this, you'll add your water, your green onions, your celery, your yellow onions. You know, you'll add all your seasonings. If you do it right, you don't have to add any bay leaves. If you don't, and you just like that flavor, you can add like 1 bay leaf, but you really don't need it. My eggs are already boiling, so I have about 8 in there. I'm gonna cut them in half and put that in. I have my chicken browning. So you don't want to cook the chicken, you just want it to brown. So your roux is like your most important part. After you mix equal parts of it, you should come out with like this type of consistency. And this is where we're going to start browning it and just kind of chopping it up and just slowly doing it, like I said, over a medium to low heat. So because I like mine extra dark, I try to get it as dark as possible. Right? And mine is pretty much ready because I don't want to go any darker because I'll burn it. And I chop it up this way, it dissolves easier into my water when I add it. So my chicken is pretty much kind of like tanning. I don't want it too dark. You don't want to pull your chicken out your gumbo and it's like extra brown. So you want like this kind of goldeny color that you see here. This is just perfect. And this also helps to like keep the chicken from pulling apart when it's in the gumbo, but that's okay. If you want it to pull apart too, that's fine too, because we eat it all the same. So now I'm pulling out my yellow onions. I keep them in the freezer like with all my produce. I pull it out, chop it up, put it in the freezer. And when I need it, I just kind of bang it, put it in a freezer bag. I'm gonna do the same thing with my green onions. I'm gonna chop them all up, plant the stems, and I'm gonna throw them in the Ziploc. I'm gonna take it out, I'm gonna rinse them. Nobody want any damn dirty ass green onions. I don't care if they do sell it in the store, still rinse them out. Instead of using my chopping board, I'm gonna just do it here on my countertop. All these I'll actually put in the ground so that I can have more green onions later. And just chop them up. Alright, now you need your quart pan. This one I think is like 16, 17 ounces. Alright. I'm about to put me some water in here. I can't tell y'all how much because I typically just kind of judge off of how much roux I made. My green onions ready. My onions, my garlic, everything ready. Alright, so now that I have my pot on, right? You want to put hot water in there or already have the water hot. I have hot water in. I've also got it on high. That way when you add your roux mix, your flour mix to this, it just go ahead and it dissolves. If you want to make a big batch of roux, you can. And the rest of it, you would just actually put it in the refrigerator with a little bit of cooking oil in it. And it's gonna, and you can leave it in there. So like I said, I like my roux a little darker, right? And everything is still dissolving down. So this time I'll start adding like my seasonings, which I'm going to use onion powder, Tony Chachere's, cayenne pepper. Oh yeah, baby. That's what we use. Now you can put a splash of like hot sauce or tobacco if you want, but the cayenne for me does the same thing. So I'm gonna start adding everything in, and this is prior, like this is where you add your garlic, all your stuff, because this is prior to adding all your meat. You have to season your roux and taste it to make sure it's the right, you know, you got it to how you like it. Tony Chachere's. She's so pretty. So let's get a little spoon. Because you don't want to use the same spoon. See, non-greasy, non-nothing. Woo! Yeah, baby. That's good to go. Woo! So all my seasonings, everything gonna kind of go ahead, boil down. Look how pretty that roux looks. So you can't burn your roux, because you mess around and cook that flour and that oil or that flour and that butter wrong. Woo, that cayenne. Got that little kick right now because I don't have any meats and stuff in there. I gotta hold this with my hand so I can show y'all how this is about to go. So we're gonna start to add about a handful of green onions, and don't worry about getting more roux, because as you put your meats and stuff in, the roux gonna kick up. All right, so there go my green onions. I'm about to do the same thing with my onions and my garlic. My handful of yellow onions. I just like yellow onions. You can use white onions. I just like yellow because when I'm cutting them, you know, when I'm cutting up my onions, they don't make my eyes cry as bad. So that's really the only difference for me. Now, if you notice with my chicken, like this will be the same thing with your fryer hen. You let it rest a little bit, drained all the butter, everything is drained out. So it's nothing in there because you don't want to put grease in your gumbo, you know. So all this done. My eggs still boiling because my eggs and my shrimp are the last things to go in. The last things to go in. Oh Lord, yeah, baby. That accent coming out. I get hot when I cook, I'm sorry. Plus, it don't help because this ring light is like right there. Alright, so now that everything in my roux, I'm going to taste it one more time. Oh yeah. Just so y'all know it's not the same spoon. I got several of these spoons. Woo! Yeah, baby. So I'm gonna get that going for about 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna start adding my chicken, my meats, like my smoked turkey necks, my chicken, my crabs. Start to add all that. My chicken is the first thing we'll put in because I want that to cook, you know. Everything else is kind of already pre-cooked, so you just kind of start adding that. That don't take any time. But you want them flavors to marinate together. So that's how that look, right? So I'm gonna just start adding my chicken. Oh, baby. And you can just throw them in there. It ain't no technique to that. Just throw them in there. Let them get to going. Now, once you put this in here, I would not suggest tasting this stuff because that chicken is not cooked. You don't want to be drinking blood, you know? That's why you taste your roux and everything first. Please don't be eating raw chicken blood in your roux. Make sure you eat all that. Taste your roux first. So this is my andouille sausage. I split all my andouille sausage down the middle and then chop it. Same thing kind of with my sausage, and then I take like about 1 length of sausage and I just cut them in holes. And it just gives more sausage in the gumbo. It's just a way to make it stretch. Now some people like to bake sweet potatoes and eat baked sweet potatoes on the side, or some potato salad. I've done both in the past. Like back at home, my grandmother always make a side of potato salad to go with our gumbo. Like that's how you complete the meal. Or she would make some baked sweet potatoes, and we would eat that on the side with our gumbo. You know, that's just how we do it. You eat it over rice with a side of either sweet potato or potato salad. This is my andouille. Now this is gonna give you, like all the smoked stuff give you flavor, but this about to give your gumbo just like the secret to your gumbo. And I'm not holding nothing back. I'm not putting nothing in, like holding out any. I'm giving y'all like my recipe that my family done did for years and years and years, and which most people in Lake Charles, we all kind of cook our gumbo the same. Just some people like to put more boiled eggs, and some people don't like to put any boiled eggs. So in reference to all these people on Instagram and Facebook with this, oh, I'm making gumbo, this is my thing. I'm not knocking any business. So the small business that made the guy, James, some gumbo, this is my thing. Don't say it's Louisiana stuff. We do not fucking put corn in our gumbo. We don't put chitlins. We don't put boiled crawfish. If you want okra in your gumbo, you can add okra to it. But we truly either make like a chicken and sausage gumbo, or we do a seafood gumbo, or we do okra. Those are the 3 that we do in Louisiana. And you can combine any of those 3. You know, chicken and sausage with seafood. The seafood that we use is blue crabs, not snow crabs. So you get blue crabs. We do shrimp and dried shrimp. I don't have any dried shrimp today because I always put dried shrimp. I have to get that when I go home because they don't sell dried shrimp out here, right? And that's pretty much it. All that clams and oysters, we don't put that shit in our gumbo. So, you know, it's just, to me, it bothered me when people do it. Then he had the audacity to say, oh, it's all soup. No, baby. Soup. Soup is made from a stock. Gumbo is made from flour and butter or flour and oil. It's a roux, and it's a difference. It's a big difference. So to sit there and say it's all soup, like what the fuck are you talking about? I hate when people are wrong and instead of admitting that, no, it ain't no such thing as a gumbo police. But instead of just admitting that you were wrong, you choose to continue to go on and say, oh, it's all a soup anyway. You can make it however you want. It's whatever you decide. Now, granted, gumbo comes across because they were looking for stuff that would feed a family and using scraps, you know? And that's kind of how it originated. All this other stuff about, oh, put corn on the cob. No, we don't do that. Boil potatoes. No, if you making crawfish, boil you some crawfish and put you some boiled corn and some boiled potatoes. But that shit do not go in your gumbo. It just bothers me as a woman that's Creole when people get to adding all this shit in the gumbo. Look at Miss Deb. She had all that shit in it. That gumbo didn't look good. That stuff James posted, I was being nice. And I was like, you know what? It looks decent. Everybody I know that's from Louisiana, when I showed it to them, everybody was like, what is that? That don't look good. So I don't know. You know, it just, like I said, I'm not trying to knock anybody's business, but you can't go around, because there are people that really don't know how to make it. And I'm going to tell y'all what happened. When you sit there and make a statement, oh, I've had it in New Orleans and didn't like it. Gumbo ain't just for people in New Orleans, baby. Almost everybody down South Louisiana. Now, Southern Louisiana do cook different from North Louisiana, but everybody down South makes gumbo. It don't stir from just New Orleans, you know? And then you turn around and say, oh, I had it in Texas and it was better. What was the person from Louisiana? Because 9 times out of 10, people from Louisiana have migrated all over the goddamn U.S. But you also have people like out here that eat my food and they be like, oh my God, I tried to make what you made. Oh my God, I tried to do this. Or people be like, oh, I'm going to open up a thing and say I'm from Louisiana. It's going to sell money. That's not the same. And I'm sorry, the person in LA, I don't know what they was making. They can't be from South Louisiana putting corn in fucking gumbo. Talking about what I was trying to be different. Yeah, that indeed you were doing. Don't say it's Louisiana gumbo. Just say it's something else. Call that shit soup, since y'all say soup and gumbo are the same. Call it something else, but don't offend us Creole women or women that ain't even Creole and say it was this, because it's not. Because baby, when you had some Louisiana gumbo, hey, it ain't the same. Okay, it's just not the same. Now, this sausage is, Richard's is Louisiana sausage. I'm not sure where this Burton sausage comes from, but I tried it once before. He sell pecan and he sell jalapeno. Y'all have seen it on my channel before. I found this here in Texas. And in the stores that were selling it, they just quit selling it. So I found it today at Fiesta. And I was like, oh shit, let me grab some for the house. But I usually put Richard's in here. That's what we put. The person had hot links in their damn gumbo. That's not gumbo. We don't put hot links in our gumbo. We don't put hot links in our gumbo. Y'all pissing me off. So because my turkey necks are so big and I only want to use 1 pack, I'm just going to cut them at the joints. There where I cut it, I break it in half. Make that 1 piece, 2. Put them in my pot. This is what our pot looking like. Without our crabs, that's all our seasoning. That's everything. Because your seasonings and everything kind of always settle to the top. And like I told y'all, when you start adding all your meat, your water tends to rise. Duh. So this is the crabs we use. They are blue crabs, not none of that other stuff. Typically, because we go crabbing, the shells are on both sides. But again, I now reside in Texas. And this is the only blue crabs I'm gonna find out here. They take the shell off on one side just so you can get to the meat, right? So my crabs are still a little frozen. I'm gonna set them just like I did with my shrimp. I'm gonna put them in some water and just let them thaw out while my gumbo cooking. Yes, but I'm gonna wash them off. I'm gonna put them like in room temperature water. I'm gonna put them in room temperature water and let them thaw. After you rinse them off. Put no damn dirty ass crabs in your food. Especially with like seafood, you really have to be careful. You really want to wash them off really good. Because like I have a little cut on my finger. You don't want anything getting in there. Especially like if you go crabbing and you get raw crabs. Oh yeah. This is the crabs we get from the Gulf of Mexico. This is what we use. When I think of like snow crabs, I think of like clam chowder and all that shit they make out in Boston and off the East Coast. You know, we I guess you can say the South Coast. We from the South, so shit, we don't, that's not what we put in our gumbo because we don't have access to that. Not saying you can't put it in there, but that's a different flavor. And that's just not what we use. So it do matter, especially, it does matter, especially when you're talking about you making Louisiana gumbo. Because how dare you say it don't matter, you put whatever you want, it's your pot, your house. No, heifer, it do matter. It matter, it matter, it matter. Now come for me in the comments. Come on. Us Louisiana women, we real spicy, baby, like cayenne. Telling you, don't do it, don't try it, because you tried it today. Now with the rice, y'all know how to cook rice. I'm gonna use long grain rice. I'm not gonna use medium grain. I use long grain just because you want to have some substance in your gumbo. I'm not making potato salad because my children don't eat it. I'm not making sweet potatoes because it would just be me and my husband eating it. And now if I was at home, or like all my people was here, like my brother, my sister, my mama, my grandmother, like all the family, then I'd have a side of mashed potatoes, a side of potato salad and a side of sweet potatoes still in the whole, you know, like, and let people decipher which one they want, because everybody just pick which one they want to go on the side, and that's what you eat. So I'm about to get my rice going, and when I come back, I'm gonna just show y'all I haven't done the eggs yet, so I'll pull the eggs out because I'm pretty sure they're boiled. Go ahead, rinse them off, cut them in half, and throw them in the pot so y'all can see. Y'all, the dogs all in the kitchen because they smell the food. So a easy way to very easy way to basically peel boiled eggs, especially hot off the stove. Fill you up like a little pot of cold water, put your eggs in there, and then immediately just go ahead and peel them. Look at that, it just peels off. You don't have to worry about nothing. In case you didn't know that, some people really don't know how to cook or do simple things. So I wasn't trying to be funny when I was telling y'all that. I was just, you know, telling you. And another thing, your pot should not have like grease in it. If it got grease, you didn't make your roux right. Seasoning buildup, yes. Grease, no. And this is also very important. As I'm putting these eggs in, I'm gonna tell y'all this, because this is very important. As I'm putting these eggs in, I'm gonna tell y'all this. When you go to reheat your gumbo the next day, right, you do not heat the whole pot. So I'm gonna just cut them in half like this, and I'm gonna dump them in. You do not heat the whole pot. You take out what it is you want to eat and heat it in a bowl. Reheating the whole pot, your ass will get sick as shit. You will get food poisoning. Do not do it. This one I'm gonna cut probably in more so people just have more egg. Yeah, don't do it. And please, I've seen people put raw eggs in their gumbo. Don't do that shit either. That's wrong too. You boil your egg and you put them in. So in real time, it's been a little bit over an hour or so. Everything is basically done. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my crabs and my shrimp. So the only thing I don't have in my gumbo that we put in our gumbo are dried shrimps. That is the only thing. They just don't have them out here in this part of Texas where I'm at. So I don't have them. Oh, this shit smells so good. It smells so good. So I'm just adding my shrimp. No dry shrimp, but I'm adding my shrimp, baby. So as you, let me see if I can lift it up so y'all can see in the pot more so. So as your crabs cook, they will turn like this pretty red orange color. And you do want to stir your pot because sometimes all your meat will settle at the bottom. And here's my finished. Got my crab, my rice. I like a lot of shrimp, so I got a lot of shrimp. My chicken, my turkey. Yes, baby. Look at that. That is gumbo. Yes, baby. That is gumbo. You see that? And once I go sit down and mix this up with all these seasoning and flavors, got my eggs. Y'all not ready. Y'all not ready. Y'all not ready. Taste it.